Hello guys, today we're going to be talking about theory of the firm, everything you need to worry about. So let's go ahead and get started here. So in economies of scale in the long run, firms are able to change their factory size. With the big thing to notice here is that ADC curves represent potential factory sizes. But these operate at a increased fixed price, and for a firm to actually be at this optimal point, you need to be at a high output of goods. And this concept is represented by this graph over here. In terms of economies of scales and depth, there are three things you need to worry about: labor specialization, marginal specialization, and efficient capital. For diseconomies of scale, worker alienation, slow decisions, and
Okay.
expansion of, we're going to be talking about four types of firms. Perfectly competitive firms, lots of firms producing the same thing with easy entry, and the four characteristics you need to know are independent sellers, standardized products, price takers, and easy entry. Our second one is going to be monopoly. It's when one firm produces the product, no firm can enter. It's a single seller, no close substitute, and it's a price maker. Monopolistic competition. It's when firms produce differentiated products. There are a large number of sellers selling differentiated products. That is something you need to remember. That is one of the key things of a monopolistic competition. There's independent actions between the firms, and it's easy entry. Our last types of firm is an oligopoly. Only a few sellers of the product. Firms don't enter this as it's relatively close to monopoly, except there are a few number of producers. So you have your few large producers, standard and differentiated products, control price with mutual interdependence between the firms, and game theory. And we're going to get to game theory in a little bit, but I want to go over these graphs for each of the types of firms. Okay, so the first two graphs here are for a perfectly competitive firm. Now I'm going on the basis that you already know how to do a firm at a market, at a long run firm. So these are just if a firm incurs a profit or incurs a loss. So for perfectly competitive firms, you have your MR equals DARP, and then you have your ATC below MR equals DARP, and you have your MC going through it. And I put these stars here to show you exactly where the point's at that you want to be looking for. And in this case, you're looking at MC equals MRDARP. So this would be this point, and you want to bring that up. You want to bring that up to the demand, and then this is your profit right here. Now, for a perfectly competitive firm loss, is you're gonna have your same graphs and everything, except when you shift demand up this time, you're gonna start again at your MC equals MR. You're gonna go up to ATC, and then you're gonna go back up to your demand, and then this is gonna be your loss. Now, our second firm, a monopoly, I'm also assuming that you know how to do a long run. So here is a profit and a loss. Again, same notation with the stars, just so you can see where you want to be at. What you want to first start off doing is MR equals MC. This is going to be the basis for finding out the rest of your curve. The rest of your profits or losses for both types. So MR equals MC, that's where you want to start. You want to go ahead and bring that up to ATC. And from ATC, you're going to draw your dashed line out. You're going to move up from ATC up to demand, and you're going to move your line up to the y-axis. This area here is going to be your profit. Now, it's a key thing to remember when you're looking at when you're looking at a monopoly firm, excuse me, your ATC is below DARP if you want a profit. If you don't want a profit, your ATC is going to be above your DARP. And so this is the case here. Same thing, MC equals MR. Bring that up to demand, bring that to the y-axis. Go up to ATC and bring that to the y-axis, and there's your loss. Now, we also have monopolistic competition. Now, these ones aren't that bad when you look at it. So, let's think about it. You have your MR Wherever, whenever MR equals MC, that'll be your starting point. You want to move up to your ATC curve and bring that to the y-axis. From your ATC curve, you want to go up to demand, so the same thing as monopolies, and take that to your y-axis. That's going to be your profit. For your loss, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to have your MC equals MR, bring that up to demand, bring that to your y-axis, and then go up to your ATC and bring that to your y-axis, and that's how you incur a loss. Key thing to remember here is going to be the same thing you remembered for monopolies. ATC is going to be above the demand curve for a monopoly and a monopolistic competition if you want to incur a loss. That'll help you out so much when you think about whether you're getting a profit or a loss when you're looking at a certain question. Now let's move on to game theory. This is one that people seem to struggle with a bit. And so let's look at game theory to begin with. It's the study of how firms interact in strategic situations. There's three characteristics you want to look at. Dominant strategy, where one firm always comes out on top. Nash equilibrium, where there's no incentive to cheat, and essentially when both numbers are circled. In this case, it is not. And then there's incentive to cheat. One firm can make more money by cheating. And that would be if both these firms were here at the 70, both of them were highlighted, one firm would go for the higher price in order to screw around with the other firm. Now, when you're thinking about how to actually solve a games theory table or matrix, in our case, we're going to do a duopoly as we're not doing multiple firms. So you want to remember these characteristic acronyms. TRR, which stands for top right row, and LLC, left column. Now I color coded these boxes so you could easily see what I was going to be doing here. So we can start with LLC. Now when we're looking at LLC here, what do we notice? Okay, sorry about that. I made a quick little fix there. Just had a little slight error. But when you're thinking of the two firms, just remember these acronyms. Let's start with LLC. We're going to go to our left column. So our first left column is here. 70 is greater than 40, so we would box our answer of 70 here. In terms for this section, for our left column, 60 is greater than 50, not what I had previously, but I changed that. Okay. And then you have for your top right row. So 60, this is your right side. It's your left side, sorry. 60 is greater than 20, so you choose 60. And in our bottom part, 86 is greater than 70, so you choose 86. Now, none of these firms are experiencing a Nash equilibrium, but that's just to get the gist of it. Thank you for watching the video, and stay tuned for more videos. If you have any requests, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back.